Hey, everybody, welcome to the Soul Rehab Project. This is Sarah Saxby, and this is the podcast where we talk about truth because everything in our life has been a lie. In today's episode, I would like to expand actually on that a little bit and what it's like to learn, whether it was a sudden learning or learning over time, that everything we've been told is a lie. Everything. And so I'd like to talk a little bit about that and maybe some surface level stuff too. But I would like to expand on that and talk about the pain, the confusion, and what needs to be done next. The confusion about where am I supposed to go with all this? What do we do now? It's an important thing because we've never, ever in our lives have experienced what we're about to experience. Never. That is what I'd like to touch on in this particular podcast. And as always, I'm speaking from experience. Use discernment, see if it fits. I made a podcast or some clips or something not all that long ago, and I was talking about what it's like to live outside the illusion, outside of an identity, and how difficult it is to explain what it is you do. Once you're outside of the illusion, you've collapsed your identity and you no longer feel like titles feel kind of gross. And being able to explain what it is you do and who you are, it feels kind of gross. I don't know how to do that. If somebody asked me to write a bio, I would not be able to explain what it is I do. But one thing that I can say, and over time I'm starting to get in touch with this a little bit more, that I speak from where I am. I have faced my self-betrayal. I'm outside of all of that. And now I'm speaking from where I'm at because I want to show you it can be done. The impossible, what you feel is impossible, whatever that is, I'm showing you it can be done. And we're going to talk about that in this episode. That's all part of what do we do now? What happens next? And I don't really think that the things that I say, I wouldn't necessarily say you're learning from them, but you are locating yourself in the things that I'm saying. It's not about teaching for me. It's about describing what it is to have seen the lies, external and internal, face them, be in this weird spot and explaining what that spot feels like so you can locate yourself in my experience. That resonated with me when I don't know, I just thought I would explain that and how I see my path and what I'm doing. So let's talk about seeing the things that we see and knowing that we've been lied to. Some of the external things. All of history is a lie, right? Why aren't there any new cemeteries being built? Why are there mattress stores all over the place? Why are there these immaculate cathedrals that are pointed and they have griffins and angels carved into the sides? Supposedly the cathedral was built in 1950 or what? It's like, come on, it wasn't. Why are there these celebrities that cover one eye? Why do they have a milk mustache? Why is there central casting? Why are there trauma actors? It's endless. It's absolutely endless, the amount of things that's out there right now. Whether it's true or not, I'm not here to debate that. Doesn't matter. But there is pain involved with knowing that external stuff, right? Not only is it painful because you're like, man, I was lied to my entire life, but also you're around people that haven't had the eyes to see it yet. And they're still going about their days as they've always been. So there's pain with that also. I've heard a couple things lately, and I thought I would talk about this, and this sort of leads me to how to move forward. And there are people that are seeing this external corruption, seeing the lies, seeing the evil, for lack of a better way to say it. and they're rebelling. They're trying to push back. And that's fantastic. I mean, we probably should have done this a long time ago. So there are people that are physically doing things, starting these movements and trying to create external change, which is great. And then there are some people, and I actually thought about this because it was somebody that I talked to, and she said, I'm not on social media at all anymore. I don't watch the news, nothing. She said, because there's so much out there, but literally no one's doing anything. She goes, that's all they do is report on it. Did you see this? Did you hear this? And she's like, that's all people are doing. Nobody's doing anything about it. There's nothing you can do about it. And so that made me think and led me to where I'm at and what I did and what it's like to be where I'm at.